Today we meet the CEO of MotherKnows. Hesky Kutscher is here to tell us how his online tool can help parents keep track of their children's medical records. Hi Hesky, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
MotherKnows is an online health tool to help keep track of your child's medical records. How does the website work?
We really want to make it super easy for parents to be able to have access 24/7 wherever they are, as they are, to the kids' probably most important information, which is their health record. And the way we go about it is once someone starts signing up for our service, as a part of it, they sign a medical release. It's all done electronically, and the whole process takes 3 minutes. And once that release is signed, the job of the parent is completely and utterly done. We then contact the family doctor or pediatrician, and we share with them the release, and we ask that they either mail it or fax to us or whichever they want. And once that's done, our customer service digests this information and digitizes it on behalf of the parent. And so they have a scan of their original record, and we take out certain data points so it's easily viewed, both online and by an iPhone app.
That was my next question. So is it just available on the iPhone, or can you access it from other mobile devices as well?
Well, you could access it through a mobile browser. If you're asking specifically about Android, stay tuned.
Being a father yourself, why did you see a need to be able to access your children's medical records online? I mean, what was the driving force behind creating this website?
Yeah, I'll give you a very specific example that happened to me with my daughter. So I have 3 kids. My oldest is 3.5. That is insanity. But above that, so New Year's Day, my daughter wakes up with some red marks on her face. And the night before, she asked to sleep on the carpet. So I went to a Q&A site with doctors. The majority of them had some thoughts that it was, some sort of termites or some rash that she got by sleeping on the carpet, which was a very sensible answer. And I received 5 responses from pediatricians. Of course, it had to happen, of course, on New Year's Day when our regular doctor is not taking any kids. And then my wife, being a mother, is smarter than the husband, says, yeah, thanks you for all these great answers. You're going to go take your daughter now. Well, either myself or you will be taking your daughter to the doctor. And just that thought made me nauseous, but that was, New Year's Day. I didn't know how long it was going to take. And we ended up going to urgent care. The doctor looked at her medical records and said, 8 days ago, she had an ear infection and he gave her amoxicillin. It is likely she has a penicillin allergy. There was no way he could have known that for 2 reasons. Number one, he's not a regular doctor. Number 2, I wouldn't even know that it's a relevant fact to tell him. And 3, I myself have already forgotten that she was taking it. And so that's just a small example of how important it is to have your records for a perfectly healthy child like my daughter.
Now, many of us know how difficult it can be to keep track of all of your medical records. When you sign up for your website, what are the features that are included?
So there's so many different practical uses. Filling out forms is a really, and providing health information for your kids is a real pain. And now if you have more than one child, that they go to daycare or they go to a school, a camp, a sports team, you have to fill out the form every single time. And so having that information is not just handy, it's a super time saver, especially for a busy mom. Now, you asked what are the features. So when you access either your mobile app or your web app, you could access to see all the immunizations that were entered, all the growth charts, any medication, any conditions. We even have an emergency health card that gets automatically created based on certain data elements that we've taken out, such as medications, are your immunizations up to date, who's your doctor, you could add your insurance information, you could add your closest emergency room, et cetera, et cetera.
And now, having all of your children's medical records online can pose a certain number of security risks. How does your company address those risks?
So security is top of mind for moms signing up, and therefore it became our top of mind. And so we made a choice, despite not being a doctor's office, to become HIPAA compliant, which is a very stringent group of rules on how you keep it secure. So it includes where you keep physical records behind the lock. Where do you keep, how do you access information from the web? Only through SSL, 256 security, level security, et cetera, et cetera. I could use a lot of other sophisticated terms, which frankly I don't understand, but thank goodness my strong technical team does.
Can you go over the costs that there are when you sign up, if you sign up for a year, if there's a month-to-month basis? Can you just kind of give us a broad overview of that?
Yeah, so there's a 30-day free trial where you do give us your credit card. So if you decide that you continue, you don't have to do anything, and you just you charge it. And if you want to cancel, the no questions asked cancellation policy. After that, you either get charged $10 a month or $100 a year. It's obviously cheaper to sign up for an annual. And the incredible news is for a second child, it's only $10 a year or $1 a month.
Do you plan on eventually expanding outside of the U.S.?
Absolutely. I think there's many markets where this makes sense.
Well, it's been great getting to know you guys today. Thanks for joining us. For more information on MotherKnows and other companies that we'll be featuring, go to our website at Kidela.com.